Tristan Jutras in this morning with Tech Talk, and I love all the stuff you find. You know, the thing that's amazing to me is there's so much out there. You just, no one person or group can expect to cover it all and find it all, right?
It's hard to keep track, for sure. I have an RSS reader bringing news stories in every day, and I have like 10,000 unread stories there. Yeah. But you had a bunch of great stuff this morning. The 30-day adventures, the edible road trip, the We Are BC. That's all great stuff.
Cool.
So.
I know our crew goes out and finds really neat things, but we're just kind of scratching the surface. Really quickly, for people who don't know, what is RSS?
RSS is really simple syndication, and it's a way you can subscribe to blogs and have them all come to you, whether it's on your computer or on your tablet or on your smartphone, rather than having to go to a bunch of different blogs every day.
You'll find that RSS symbol.
Exactly. It's a little orange symbol. Looks like almost looks like a
volume speaker thingy. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. All right. Let's start. Who found beardvertising? I mean, who thought of beardvertising is probably the first question.
Well, there's actually a company called Cornet Integrated Marketing Solutions, and they do work with A&W and others. And they came up with this. It's kind of a stunt in a way. Where
you don't say.
Where if you have an epic beard, they're looking for dudes with epic beards. You can get paid up to $5 a day to have a little sign
stuck in your beard? Imagine what the Duck Dynasty guys could do.
But look at one of their, at the very bottom there, they had one of their most recent sponsors.
The Dollar Shave Club.
Dollar Shave Club. So all these people are on the similar wavelength, and perfect fit for Dollar Shave Club. Men's market there. And
I love how irreverent this stuff is, don't you? Like,
well, some people are wondering if it was even real at all, and I was searching and searching and searching, and apparently, Dollar Shave Club did a 4-day campaign with these guys. I don't know how many takers they had, but if you saw anyone wandering around with a little ad in their beard, they maybe made $5.
Well, that's good, because you know what somebody did? Somebody said, hey, you know how stuff gets stuck in your beard? Because I'm sure that's where it started, aren't you? Why don't we make little advertising boards that clip on? All right.
So when I grow a beard this winter, I better.
Well, I was just going to say, I've known you for a couple of years now, and sometimes you are bearded and sometimes not. So
I've never had an epic beard like that.
Well,
though, so we got to
work on that. Start working on it, because you can make some extra cash. Just a little bit, though.
Exactly.
All right, now this next thing, I want to just warn people at home, because, you know, I was on CKNW yesterday with a gay man talking HIV and sex, and I said, you know, people get squeamish about this kind of stuff. Yep. This is such a normal part of life. Every woman you know has gone through this. But I want to just put a little warning. We're going to be talking about menstruation right now. Go.
Yeah, because I'm an expert. So we had Dollar Shave Club and men's target marketing for buying razor blades, and they did some edgy advertising campaign. The same company came up with something with the One Wipe Charlies, which all these intimate products that were being shipped on a regular basis, subscription, great business model. Well, now there's HelloFlo, which is for women's hygiene products, basically. And so they have plans from $14 to $18 a month, and they launched a video that went massively viral, just launched 3 or 4 days ago. It's already over 3 million views.
I looked at it this morning. It was up to 3.4, so closing in on 3.5 million views.
But it's been a little bit controversial if you read some of the comments in the blogs and on their YouTube channel, because the girls featured in the video appear to be pretty young, preteen girls.
Right, let's show the video so people know what you're talking about. We got a little clip here. Again, menstruation.
It was the beginning of summer, and no one knew me at camp. I was just a big random loser. Then, things changed. I got my period. The red badge of courage. I was the first one to get it, so I was like the expert. I became the camp gyno.
I'm a queen bee, come get it. No tripping, I got everything you need. I'm a queen.
It's a serious responsibility. From now on, you get these from me.
Okay, you know what? People will be offended. I know there are people who will be offended or think that's over the top.
And that little girl's character, she gets all out of sorts due to the launch of HelloFlo, because they didn't have to come to her anymore for their product.
Red badge of courage. You know what, though? Perhaps this is a way to talk about it.
Well, they're trying to break the ice, because there's so much shame associated, especially for young women. And
it's embarrassing, and then your mother has to talk to you, and then you wonder if your dad knows, and it's god-awful, really.
So I think anything that can help sort of remove some of the taboos from that whole topic is a good idea. But they had over 8,000 comments on their YouTube channel
Which is huge.
Already so far, yeah. So it's...
Are they positive, negative, split?
It's a bit of each.
Yeah.
It's a bit of each because people are like, oh, it's they're exploiting young girls for the advertising. But the thing is, women are getting younger and younger when they hit their first period. So it's not unrealistic. And why not have a little fun with it? Sort of demystify it a little bit, take the shame away from it. So because there's so much shame around things to do with our bodies and
particularly if you're a girl.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so.
And it's such a normal thing. Like seriously. Every gal's been through it. So.
And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. It's not like it's going on broadcast TV. It's on the web.
It was just
oh yeah, that's us.
We just broadcast it on TV. Oops. Speaking of awkward. Awkward photo projects. These are viral. I see them all the time.
Well, there was a couple of great. There was a great blog called Awkward Family Photos a few years ago, and there's been awkward pet photos, and they've done books. Well, now there's the Awkward Years Project, which is a Tumblr blog started by a young woman named Mary Lee in Utah, and she's a user experience designer. And
Is that her with her?
No, that's not her there. That's actually the latest submission. That one just went up this morning, I believe. And they've been asking for submissions from people to pose with photos of themselves as an awkward young person.
Oh. If we were on the air longer, I'd get. Aidan Buckley was just telling me this morning that his ma sent his girlfriend pictures of him when he was a young boy, and he said they're really embarrassing. So we could do this with him.
Exactly. We could do the whole global.
It's such a great reminder, though, for young kids that despite the feeling in high school that you know it all and you've peaked and this is who you are, you're really just at the very beginning of your journey, and don't fret.
Well, yeah, they're trying to. The aim is to make people proud of who they've become, and also to reassure kids that although there's me in grade 8. So
look at you.
But yeah, big.
See, that's not awkward though.
Yeah, it was pretty. I felt awkward at the time. And that's the thing is that most of us feel awkward because we're all kind of especially going through growing phases and
Try getting your period.
No, thank you. So it's to give hope for awkward kids, right? That and so it's got little bios on all the people. They've grown up to be professionals and.
Yeah.
They look okay. You lose the awkward glasses and the funny teeth and all that.
But you know what?
Unless you're in England.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow. That was a shot across the bow to a whole country. I think there are still things that make kids feel awkward, if you're having weight issues or if your skin's breaking out and stuff. But I honestly think kids today in their teenage years look way better and much more how they're going to look in their later years than we did, when we were younger.
Well,
I don't know.
Thanks to technology and all sorts of products and everything that weren't available to us.
Yeah. That was fun. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to giggle about all of this for the rest of the day. I appreciate it. Thanks, Tristan.